Friends, now let's continue with the previous lesson, that is time. Today we will cover page number 123 and 124 of the topic time, workbook 2B. Now this is the analog clock as you see in the picture. This is an analog clock face. The numbers round the clock face are hours. I have told you before that there are 12 numbers on the face of the clock and there are two hands, short hand and long hand. There are 12 hours marked on the clock. If we were to slice the clock into 4 equal sections, we would have 4 quarters. As I have told you before that when we move from 12 to 6, we cover the half of the part. But if we move from 12 to 3, each quarter represents a 15-minute section. Now telling the time, when the big hand or the long hand moves from 12 to 3, it is quarter past the hour. This is because the big hand has moved quarter of the way around the clock face. Telling the time, when the big hand moves from 12 to the 6, it is half past the hour. This is because the big hand has moved half of the way around the clock face. As you see in the picture, that the green part is half of the clock. Digital clock. This is a digital clock, students. As you see in the picture, the time 3:30. That 3 represents hour and 30 represents minutes. The hours are to the left of the column. The minutes are the right. You can see this on a cell phone or your microwave at home. AM and PM. So this is the new topic for us, AM and PM. 12 AM is midnight and 12 PM is noon. Most probably we eat lunch at this time, 12 noon. We are sleeping at the time 12 AM. This is the midnight. When we say AM, we are referring to the hours before noon. When we say PM, we are referring to the hours past noon. The first part of the day goes from midnight to the noon. It is the morning. We call the time between midnight and noon AM. AM comes from Latin phrase that means before noon. The second part of the day goes from noon to midnight. It is the afternoon and evening. We call the time between noon and midnight. Mostly we went up early in the morning, that's 6:30 AM. And when we go back to home from school, this is PM. PM comes from a Latin phrase that means after midday. It is both light and dark during the AM and it is both light and dark during PM. Hope you understand all. Now let's come to the exercise. Using AM and PM. Now students, I am going to solve one example for you. That is, John Howe asked Beena where she was at 8. Beena said that was in school and also at home at 8. The time is same, but one is in the morning and the other is in the night. So you can see Beena was at 8 in the morning in school. So we write the time as 8 AM. We use AM to tell the time from 12 midnight to just before 12 noon. Beena was at home at 8 at night. We write the time as 8 PM. We use PM to tell the time from 12 noon to just before 12 midnight. Now students, you can see the time is same, but the one is in the morning and the other is in the night. So we use AM with 8 AM in the morning and 8 PM in the night. Now let's move. Sam brushes his teeth at 8:15 in the morning. So again this is the morning, so we write as 8:15 AM. Now Nora reads a book at 1 in the afternoon. We write the time as 1 PM because it's after 12 noon. Zinyi watches television at 6:20 in the evening. Now it's evening. We write the time as 6:20 PM. I hope it is clear now. Let's start with the worksheet number 2 on page number 123. Fill in the blanks with AM or PM. You can see in the picture that there are two boys, Ahmed and Tom, play basketball at 10:15. Now you have to write whether it is AM or PM. As I have described below, that sun is here in the sky, so we are going to write 10:15 AM. Now you can see the time is 3:40. Beena reads a book at 3:40. Now what time is it? Again the sun is here, but what you have to write, it's after a noon, so we have to write here 3:40 PM. Is that clear? Now on page number 124, another question is Wiming feeds his cat at 7:55. Now children, what is in the picture? You can see there is a moon, and it's a afternoon, that 7:55. So what you are going to write here? PM. Again, part D, Anne and her parents go to the circus at 11:20. Now this is not the night time, this is the daytime, so you are going to write 11:20 AM. Hope this is clear. This is all for the today. Students, you have to solve the worksheets given below and revise it at home. Take care. Allah Hafiz.